Footage of the attack on the husband of Nancy Pelosi has now been released.
Paul Pelosi's trying to get the cops to come to his house, right? And he's been trying to talk DePape down so that DePape doesn't attack him before the cops arrive. That's why he's got his hand on the hammer. That's why he's like this, and that's the only. It might be the only police shooting. Police altercation video that we've covered on the Young Turks in 20 years, where I was thinking, I wish the cops had shot him, like that they had fired, because I'm like,
he's gonna use the hammer.
But man, that was a rare instance where I was like,
oh,
I wish they'd taken clear, like more physical action the cops had against the assailant. A lot of the right-wing conspiracy theories, obviously completely imagined, completely made up, with not one piece of evidence, because they're all lunatics at this point. And now if I meet a Republican, I assume they're a lunatic. But it's a rebuttable presumption. They could prove that they are not a lunatic.
But they're gonna have to prove it.
He just casually walks to the backyard, his seemingly backyard, and he's got his materials, he's got his duct tape, he's got his zip ties, etc.
Tools, duct tape, zip ties, and gloves. I have to have my tools.
So, what?
You mean that Elon Musk was wrong when he basically asserted that it was some sort of gay affair?
They all were like,
oh yeah, I bet they were together.
Bunch of absolute
moron lunatic.
It's not debatable, it's not 50-50. Ted Cruz is a terrible person.
Terrible.
And to falsely, you think Ted Cruz doesn't know that they weren't together? He knows.
He knows.
These vile pieces of crap that are Republicans. They egg on their base that they know is not that bright. That's why Tucker Carlson always says these lunatic things, because he knows the people watching not that bright. They'll believe
anything. They'll believe anything.
So they just egg them on. They go,
oh, whoops! Look, another one of our fans wound up trying to murder you. Yeah. Oh, I guess you caught a tough break.
Until next time.
They're just saying, like about a third of the country is just saying, I don't care. I don't care what's factual. I don't care what's rational. I don't care what's logical.
Even with my own eyes, I see it right there.
I don't care. I don't. In fact, guys, I put out a tweet about this, or two of them. Every right winger commenting, not just including blue checks, every one of them says, "Oh yeah, no, this proves we were right." Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, he's in his pajamas. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. What the hell is he supposed to be in?
3-piece suit,
Okay,
obviously.
no, this proves we were right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, he's in his pajamas. I don't care. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. What the hell is he supposed to be in?
3-piece suit, obviously.
They're like, ah, ha, ha, ha. No,
You are mentally ill. Check yourself into a facility, okay?
And guys, now literally anytime a right winger, whether it's a pundit or a politician, tells the truth, it's breaking news. Glenn Beck said this proves that the conspiracy theories are wrong. And I was like, whoa, oh my God.
Jeez.
That is literally shocking to have a right-wing pundit say something that's true once. Look, I don't know that the mainstream media is honest either, but if they are, they can't get it through their thick skulls that the Republicans are all constantly lying, because in every story.
Well, the Republicans say this and the Democrats say that. God, if you find a reporter, please let them know so they can determine which one is true, which one isn't. But for us, hey, we're mainstream media. We're gonna say they're both equally valid.
The guy said, by the way, you should know this too. He says to the cops that he had planned to get Nancy Pelosi. And what did he talk about? Government tyranny.
Yep.
Now you will see going forward, forget about the past, going forward, you'll see, because we're right, we're 100% right. You will still see Republican politicians and Republican talk show hosts all talking about
government tyranny. You really should do something about government tyranny. That's why you have your Second Amendment rights, because of government tyranny.
Which government tyranny are you talking about? But of course what they really mean is
go murder Democrats. Yep. Jesus Christ.
This is the country we live in now. Now, is every Republican gonna do that? No, there's 100 million Republicans in the country. But out of that 100 million, are they gonna find a couple of DePapes? I don't know how we're gonna live together. I don't know how.
Oh yeah, I bet they were together.
The case for this lawsuit. Kudos to media for actually investigating and conducting actual journalism, but particularly with the latest development that's trending on social media that an exorcism was ordered from within the Pelosi house. It begs the question, how much of that is happening on Capitol Hill with our nation's leadership in Washington, D.C.? It's no joke when many people say that there are demonic forces seeking to change our country from the inside out, and that story deserves a chance to be told.
Yeah, so conservatives are out here really convinced that Nancy Pelosi arranged for an exorcism of her home following the violent in-home attack of her husband. Cenk, are you thinking that maybe Nancy did invest in an actual exorcism?
Maybe. So it's, look, this when they talk about demonic forces, that's hilarious. But Adrian, I don't know that it's much of a conspiracy theory. Her daughter said it. So you read the quote, like an exorcism of the house. Look, I think that's mental, but a lot of people don't agree with me. And I talked about it on social media, and everybody, both Republicans and Democrats, were like, "How dare you? Exorcism is perfectly normal." I was like, "Really? All right, maybe I'm missing it." First of all, on the FOIA request, what are you going to find out if they actually did an exorcism? Well, what would that prove? Like, oh, they did do an exorcism, so she's innocent or guilty? I don't get it, because Republicans generally like that kind of stuff. In fact, when I wrote it on Twitter, Republicans were like,
no way, she did not.
Because they think like exorcism is good, and Pelosi would never do an exorcism because she's not good enough, like she's not religious enough. I don't know. I can't
deal with these folks.
Anyways, so if you find out she did do the exorcism or she didn't do the exorcism, how would that affect anything? Okay, now to the demonic forces, there are none. it's 100% a figment of people's imagination. There are no like ghouls and goblins. Oh, that possessed the house. Oh, look, that's in the. Oh, that possessed the house. Oh, look, it's in the chair. Oh my God. Oh, that possessed the house. Oh, look, it's in the chair. Oh my God, it's in the squash. Get it out of the squash. Oh, now it's in the eggplant. Although with the eggplant, sometimes. Okay, look, and now I feel bad because a lot of people do believe in it, right? And a lot of Democrats were mad at me, like, of course, she had to get the demonic forces out. I'm like, okay, like, look. But I swear to you, there's no ghouls and goblins other than Republicans floating around here. You're not going to be able to get out demonic forces from your house because they were never there in the first place.
That smells like ass.
You pay for my surgery?
Yes.
Seriously?
You know what? Here's $10,000. Is she okay? We're gonna go fix more people's eyesight. She's squeezing hard.
The wildly popular YouTuber known as Mr. Beast has faced some pretty ridiculous backlash after he decided to pay for eye surgery for 1,000 people so they can see again. Sounds like a great thing. A lot of backlash from people on the left, on Twitter specifically. Now,
the right, by the way.
Well, the right wing is gonna do what it does.
Okay.
It is a good thing. I don't care what he's done in the past or what kind of criticism you might have. You can take a look at one thing that someone has done and judge it for what it is. He did something nice, and attacking someone who did something nice
is stupid.
So instead of going after one person that you seem to be a little envious of, let's just keep it real.
I would have a lot less of a problem with Mr. Beast if he wasn't doing that to generate content.
And attacking someone who did something nice
is stupid.
All right, I have a lot to say about this. Number one, envy's a hell of a drug. So get off the crack of envy.
Like, all of these things are just lost to the YouTube video / memes, where it's just like, and now you're gonna get $38,000 if you're able to stay in jail an extra 2 nights, you know, shit like that. Like, it's gross.
And it's, here, I got 2 words you should say to Mr. Beast. Thank you. Are you insane to criticize that? They couldn't see it, now they can.
And you want to criticize that?
Oh, it's something about material world, and I've got verbal diarrhea here, and I think I'm so smart I'm gonna use all these words.
To make an incredibly kind gesture look evil? No, you're a loser, okay? And so go cry about that.
Fucking, I hate this guy. Fucking, this hurts. Everything that's wrong with the entitled YouTuber doesn't do anything. Fucking calls other people out.
Go cry about that.
Fucking, I hate this guy. Fucking, this hurts. Everything that's wrong with the entitled YouTuber doesn't do anything.
Fucking, I hate this guy. Fucking, this hurts. Everything that's wrong with the entitled YouTuber doesn't do anything. Fucking calls other people out.
Oh, it's something about material world, and I've got verbal diarrhea here, and I think I'm so smart I'm gonna use all these words. Oh, no, you're a loser, okay? And so go cry about that. No, the guy did something wonderful, and I've never heard of Mr. Beast doing anything wrong before. I'm not saying he's an angel, but where are people getting this stuff?
They seem to have a problem with him creating content about this, right?
What did you want him to do? Do it in a cave?
I guess so, I don't know, but like, I don't care. Okay, Mr. Beast is not a literal antichrist. That is insane.
God, how mentally weak do you have to be?
His name is Mr. Beast, and he helped people, so he must be the Antichrist.
Even though we've been pretty vicious toward these tweets, and I don't regret it. But when you go after a person trying to do a good thing and you make it about the individual, you start losing the argument, right? It's a massive distraction. It's unnecessary. I think Hassan had a good reaction to this.
You watch the video, you go, oh, how cute and how nice. I watch the video and I'm filled with rage.
What's wrong with you?
And you know what? If Mr. Beast saved 1,000 of their lives, I guarantee you some bitter, envious leftists would come out and go,
oh, he didn't do enough. And why did he save their lives anyway? Is he trying to make money off of it? Why didn't he just let them die and instead not have any money? That would be great if he didn't have any money.
What is wrong with you people? Take the win. It's called thank you. Look into it. And the Andrew Tates of the world, the Alex Jones, Crowder, Temple, all those guys, they make tons of money by spreading poison.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Freeze in full effect.
Poison.
I'm ready.
Into our culture.
Right?
And you attack him? No, do better. Do better. Take the win. When someone does something kind with their money, you should applaud that. You should encourage that. What do you want them to do? All be scumbags?
By the way,
oh, you want them all to take their money and use it for bad things? And then be like,
okay, good. At least you're not a hypocrite. You're just a bad guy in everything you do.
No! What? You want them to use their money for good. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It's so simple. So just look in the mirror and be honest with yourself.
Clean up your room. There should be accountability and people should be called out. And if you think my shit is take, my shit is take, my shit is take, or my take is shit, and I can speak. If you think my take is shit, yeah, people should have the ability to reply.
Hey, if you've got money, do something good with it. Make people happy. That's the message he put in a bottle. Again, the correct response to that is thank you. So get off the crack.
His name is Mr. Beast, and he helped people, so he must be the Antichrist.
See ya. Bye, everyone. I got the bag. Mr. Beast paid me out. I'm deleting the tweet and my account.
Jank, Elon reinstates white nationalist Nick Fuentes' Twitter. Thoughts?
Yeah. So Elon Musk must be super proud. Brought Nazis back to Twitter, and that has helped speech in America so much. And we all make choices. You know, and you could say, hey, you know what? Elon Musk apparently thinks that the speech you're gonna get from Nazis is so valuable that it's gonna add to the discourse in this country. If you believe that, okay, but you're in a room full of Nazis. Yeah, so if you wanna see the epicenter of conservatives, just come to my Twitter account, okay, and look in the replies. All there is trolls. You can't get rid of conservative trolls. Right-wing trolls are everywhere. Okay, go look at my replies and you'll see 2,000 angry right-wingers going,
oh yeah, well the Jews don't know what they're doing, I'll tell you that right now. And you're fat and you're Muslim and you're brown and we hate you.
Oh wow, that was such a good discourse. I'm really glad we have that outlet. And that you've somehow made it. By the way, and I don't believe anything Elon Musk says anymore. Really, he's feeding the right wing more left wing material? I mean, hadn't seen it yet, okay?
Okay, go look at my replies and you'll see 2,000 angry right wingers.
And a lot of people who hate stuff love the right wing, and a lot of people who love stuff hate the right wing. And that is why they always win on right-wing platforms like Elon Musk. And anyone who sees that Nazis are bad, see that he brings back Nick Fuentes. And it's just, I don't care if he does or not. Like, it's a free country, it's his company, I don't care.
And by the way, what's this talk of speech, right? What debate? And you go to debate a right-winger and you're like, okay, well, 60 court cases said that Donald Trump did not win the election and had no evidence. They're like, oh yeah, it's because of black people. The black people were intimidating the judges. I'm like, well, how do I talk to you if you're a lunatic and we're not dealing in the fact-based world? You don't even care about logic. They're like, that's why Trump won, because 0 is better than 60. You're like, I don't know what you're saying, right? And besides which, there's a pedophile ring that runs the country and they drink kids' blood, just like the Jews.
You're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I think he definitely would have put Hitler himself on Twitter. Yeah. Almost definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, now guys like Fuentes are saying what Hitler said in Mein Kampf. So, yeah, Yeah, he would have put Hitler on Twitter. And that's where we are. And he thinks, nailed it. No, this thing's an epic disaster.
Hey, you know what?
It's the old MF Doom line. Snitches telling all their business, sitting in court and being their own star witness.
Just one day after he was reinstated to Twitter, white supremacist Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes has been suspended from the platform once more.
Elon Musk was like, no way, man, I'm a free speech absolutist. And these are right wingers. They're just as equal to the left wing, man. They got really good points. I'm gonna spread it out to you guys. Free speech absolutists. And then so he brings Nick Fuentes, who's already said that Hitler was really cool, back on the platform. And the first thing he does is a video about how cool Hitler is.
And then they ban him again.
Well, what did you think he was gonna say? There's no free speech absolutist that says free speech absolutist. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. But by the way, these days, you can yell fire on Twitter all day long. Nobody's gonna care, okay? And so the right wing would think like,
why? Why not? I got a right to yell fire, and if people get trampled, that's their goddamn problem. Well, I got freedom to say fire. Free speech absolutist.
All right, okay. By the way, Ali Alexander also taken off the site because he also said horrible things after he was put back on the site. Of course, that's what we've been saying all along, Elon. All right, well, the Young Turks, Jake, you're at a conspiracy back, everybody. All right, good to have you back, Casper.
Good to be back.
This is the result of defund the police. This is the result of the attack on the police. I'm sorry, this is reality. This was not a case of white supremacy. This was 5 black cops. They caused the problem. Then they complain. We were right the whole time. No, dude, we hired these cops because you called this out. Now look where we are.
So Anna predicted before we started that I would get angry at this story, and it turns out she was right. So I had seen the video of Poole talking about how they asked for this. Presumably, he is saying, and by the way, like the conservatives are already dumb enough without pretending you're even dumber. Like,
oh, I don't know what he's talking about. What did they want?
He's clearly implying they wanted black cops to be hired, and because black cops were hired, look at the lowered standards got us lower results.
This is the result of defund the police. This is the result of the attack on the police.
And he was talking about defunding the police in other parts of the video. Wait, what part of a $15,000 signing bonus is defunding the police?
Yeah.
So did defund the police win? No, not remotely. Did it win there? No. Did it win nationwide? No. Did we pass a single reform bill, let alone defund the police? Did we even pass a reform bill saying, hey, please do not choke people to death? We actually tried to pass that, and the House did pass it, and the Republicans in the Senate, along with the disgusting conservative Democrats like Manchin, said,
no way, no way, no way. Cops should be allowed to choke black people to death.
Well, you tell me that's not what they voted, because they did vote that. They did vote that, because Republicans are despicable monsters. And guys, the whole thing is so explicitly racist. In the beginning, I was amused by it because it's so over the top.
Oh, this is what you wanted. And look at these black officers and what they did. What me? Oh, I'm not
racist. You know that to this day, some of the dumbest people on the internet say, no, it's okay. I listen to liberals like Tim Pool.
I know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Like one of the most racist guys in the country. And they're like, no, it's okay. This is the liberals like Tim Pool.
It's amazing.
No, I'm not impugning his integrity.
That's exactly what you're doing.
But I'm gonna make up that he's a druggie, because look at him, he's black. No, you look like a stupid druggie who can't get laid and brags about it on the internet, okay? But it doesn't matter. Tim Pool goes, oh, it doesn't matter. So what, he's dead, they murdered him, he's the victim?
Must have been a druggie.
Tim Pool made a name for himself initially as someone who went to cover Occupy Wall Street. He was hassled by cops as he was covering Occupy Wall Street. And he was furious. The cops, the police state, this, that, crying and crying and crying. What a victim, right? Because when there is unjust police behavior that targets people like him, unacceptable. No, it's totally fine. I mean, we gotta find excuses to both, in a weird way, provide cover for the cops, but then also question whether the cops were qualified, probably because of their skin color.
Not probably, definitely.
Yeah.
He used to come on this show and other shows, left-wing shows, as Anna pointed out, when he would go to Ferguson, etc. And back then he was like,
oh, I'm with the people and I'm with.
So then as a left-winger, he starts doing a show. It's totally not popular because he's not an interesting person. He's not an intelligent person. And then he stumbles upon a winning solution for him financially, which is
racism.
So you would watch his show and just rando, out of nowhere, everything would come back to, it's black people's fault. And then the right-wingers love that. They were like, and it's the old Dave Rubin, Jimmy Dore model, right?
Oh, I am on the left, but trust me, it's the left's fault for everything, and especially black people, okay?
Racism.
So this guy is a professional whore. The minute he got money out of that, he was like, ooh.
Never mind being on the left. I mean, I'll still pretend, right? But remember, guys, black guy's fault for dying, and the black guy's fault for killing him, but it's not the cops' fault, who are mainly white. Cops are awesome, white people are awesome. It's always the left and black people that are at fault. Ooh.
Racism.
But Tim Pool, this is his job. This is what he does.
It's more of an indictment of the country than it is of him. Because
100%.
Once he went with the spiel of I'm on the left or I'm moderate,
but I'm racist,
the viewers poured in. And that is super sad as a statement for the country and what works. So now he has an audience that every day tunes in for that racism under the cover of,
we're just being moderates or something. I mean, if you just looked at things factually, you would know that everything is black people's fault. Okay.
That's the essence of his show. It's disgusting, and the people who like it are even more questionable. No, you look like a stupid druggie who can't get laid.
Like. Like.